Today I was a little more organised than usual and had brought my breakfast, some jambon and a banana. Would wash it down with a freshly squeezed orange juice. The breakfasts here are basically just pastry and that's it, and that's not really my cup of tea. This enabled me to leave at 6 a.m. on the dot, and walking through Pambola streets before dawn was a magical experience. A tall Irishman said hello and we talked rugby for a little while, and even a homeless man said Buon Camino, which shows how much regard the pilgrim is held. Then when I started looking directionally confused, a wonderful man pointed me in the right way. Today is day 4 for me on the Camino, and I realised that each day has had a nature sort of theme. Day 1 was the mountains, day 2 was woodland, day 3 was the river, and today it was the fields of barley and all poppies. The major sight that we saw today was travelling up the Alto del Perdón, or the Hill of Forgiveness. It's where a very famous statue's been built. It had a translation on it, Donde se cruza el camino del viento con el de las estrellas, which translates to where the path of the wind crosses with that of the stars. It's a place of spiritual significance for many pilgrims, and also a challenge since it involves a steep climb and a descent. It is the setting of a legend that tells how the devil tempted a thirsty pilgrim with water in exchange for his soul, but the pilgrim refused and was later rewarded by St. James himself. Physically, I started to feel sick today due to my friends in the albergue from a couple of nights ago who were coughing and spluttering everywhere, and I also started to notice the first signs of blisters on my shoes. I'm not sure how bad they were going to get, but it certainly started to slow down my pace. Fortunately, most of the road was flat. I arrived at the albergue early afternoon, a little too early for them as it wasn't open yet, but they were really kind and let me put my bags down, which was a great weight off my shoulders. At the end of the day, my blisters were actually quite concerning. They were on the outside of the leg, outside of the toe I should say, and really putting a lot of pressure on every step I took. My albergue was just down from one of the most famous bridges in Spain, and it was incredible to watch. I actually got to call my family from that spot and had a long chat with them, which revitalised me a little bit, and then I was able to go back into the albergue, which had some really unique features. It was a wonderful place to stay, but one of the things that really captured me was a pilgrim who actually played the piano and gave us a little mini concert. Getting in so early may enable me to have a look around a town, which I hadn't really done with the previous towns, well, not to this extent anyway, and being able to see some of the churches and the beautiful buildings and sculptures really made me appreciate what a town that I'd never heard of before. I went and grabbed dinner, a pilgrim's meal at a local restaurant, a potato fritter and a mixed salad. And that's what they came to look like in every place. Really loved the albergue. It was a fun place to stay. Highly recommend it. And it was a fantastic breakfast as well. So this day I travelled 40,796 paces. I went up 21 flights and travelled 27.7 kilometres in total. My tip of the day is to really look after yourself, especially when sick people are around.